So, yeah, what we've got is basically we're working with some vintage pieces here and everything you need to know about protecting and preserving your vintage toys. So, we're going to share how to take care of these things. All right, so occasionally you'll find pieces like this out in the wild, and you'll need to see that when the stickers like this are falling off, you're going to want to get those back on because you can see that you can tell that the adhesive is completely dried out on there. And when that happens, you have to figure out a way to get them off all the way without destroying them. And first of all, why would you want to protect and preserve one of these things? Because first of all, these play sets are amazing and really cool. And I think that as you move forward, you're going to see probably a resurgence of some of these things with collectors because they don't make the play sets like they did. And this is from 1977. I believe there's a manufacturing stamp on here. Yeah. Okay, so this one was built by Kenner, 1977 in Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202. And this one's got a manufacturing stamp on it for 38050. So this is a 1977 floor for the original Death Star PlayStation. And what I love about this PlayStation is that it had multiple layers, right? So as we build this thing, you get multiple layers of action and fun for this thing. But what happens is these stickers will dry out over time and the adhesive falls off because it bakes or it's been, stored in a wet environment or maybe possibly in a place where there's, too much moisture in a garage or in a basement, and the adhesive will basically dry out. So one of the ways to get these things off and not rip them or tear them is to use lighter fluid. Believe it or not, lighter fluid works for lifting this off, and it will not remove the graphics on the stickers. So once you have that off, you're going to notice when you look at the sticker on the underside of the sticker, you can see how there's kind of a burnt out adhesive on there. And as that adhesive goes away, it's just going to flake off and fall off. And then you're going to lose, a piece like this. And trying to find that and replace it is really hard because you're going to have to find an original sticker set that hasn't been applied to a place set and hope that it's gonna stick because the adhesive on those sheets is really old. So what I like to do is I take off the original ones, and you can use some tweezers and just kind of work those off with some lighter fluid, and they'll just lift right off. Once you get that off, you can kind of take some more of the lighter fluid and some paper towels, something that's gentle that isn't gonna damage, the plastic, and just get the rest of that adhesive off of there. And then you're going to use a glue stick. Now, a glue stick is all you need because it has enough play that when you're putting something like this back on there, it'll allow you to move it around and position it until you get it just right where it's supposed to go. And that's what's awesome about the glue stick, is that it gives you time to kind of get it just right, because you're never going to get it perfect when you lay it on there, and if you have something that's too adhesive. So I've already applied these two back on, and you can see, yeah, there's some creasing and there's some cracking on the sticker itself, but this is the vintage sticker that's just put back on, and now we've maintained it, and it's okay. I mean, this is from 1977. It's okay that it looks old and it's used and it's loved and it's been through adventures. So this has the trap door that opens up, and when you have the trap door in there, you want to be careful that you're not stressing those hinges, because again, 1977. So what was cool about this was people didn't have access to the movies back in 77 through the 80s. You know, they didn't have VHS tapes of the movies. They could only go to the movie theater and see the movie again. So these play sets allow you to recreate the scenes from the movie and basically stage out the different action scenes of the movie, and you're remembering what happened as you're building these little scenes. And as a kid, it was awesome because you could, set up the gunners here that were operating the blaster from the Death Star, and then you could have Princess Leia and Han Solo and Luke and Chewbacca jump into the garbage chute down here. So as we're working on protecting things, I want to talk about, what do you do to protect your vintage boxes? So is anybody in the live? Welcome to the live. Thanks for joining. Does anybody in the live understand how to flip the camera? Because I cannot tell if you can see this backwards or forwards. What are you seeing right now? I think it's backwards. Anyway, I'll figure that out as we get better at this. But this is a vintage box from 1980. So this is a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. You can see the vintage characters on there. You can see there's, some little paint chip marks here from where there were adhesive stickers or things like that that have peeled off. And I think I've got an original price tag on there from, let's see. It's probably from JayboysToys or somewhere. All right, so the cool thing about this box is really the artwork. So the artwork on this box was really awesome, and it allows you to see the scenes again from the movie. And what I want to do is basically protect this so that it doesn't get damaged, the corners don't get further chipped up, and we're trying to protect this thing. All right. So what I really want to do is talk about how these boxes are so cool. You want to display them, and you want to be able to show off the awesome artwork and the photography that they took of these as they were putting them in the packaging. You've got multiple scenes here that you can see. There we go. There's putting Boba Fett into the pilot seat and rotating him up into the cockpit so that he can fly the ship. And what you want to do is, you can Google search and do your own research if you'd like. Hey, welcome to the live. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. What you can do is Google search. You can find cases. You can find cases that will protect these things and keep them safe. So what I did was I found a company that creates acrylic cases for something like this that actually fits for the size of this box. And I got this gorgeous case. You can see the rounded corners on the construction. So you've got some really amazing construction that went into this case. Look at the joins there on the rounded corners. And then in the back here, you've got a channel that the panel will go down in so we can protect the box and keep it in here. It's not going to get wet. It's not going to get damaged. It's not going to get dust all over it. And it's pretty cool. So this will take our vintage box from 1980, and this is a Kenner 1980, yep, made in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, 1981. We've got a 1981 proof of purchase on here. So what I'm going to do is basically put this inside, and as I am guiding this in here, I'm careful to not lift any of the corners or chip any of the graphics off of this box. And once we get that in there, now we've got all angles of this are visible so that you can see all the amazing artwork and graphics that they put into these boxes. But what's beautiful about this case is this. So they have a removable panel, so I can take it out. I can put it back in when I want to. And I actually put it in upside down. So I'm gonna flip that. And that's what's great about the preserving something like this, is you can take it out and enjoy it when you want to. But I think this is the best side, and we want that to face forward. So this is the best side, and we're gonna put that in this way. And all this is gonna do is just hold the box. So I can't fit the ship in here and the box and display both, but I can really highlight the beauty of the graphics and the crispness of this. All right, so now that we have that in place, you've got a channel here that receives the back door. And the back door of this is removable and looks like this. So you've got a lip on the edge to where you can lift, and then these go into the tracks right here. And this is going to help us preserve and protect this for years to come. So you just guide this in like that. And as you get that set in there, now you've got a preserved 1981 Boba Fett spaceship box, right? So this is the original Kenner box from the 1980s, and that keeps it from getting dusty, getting wet. And I was really impressed with just how well this fits in there and the care that they went into to round the corners and get everything to fit just right so that I don't have to worry about this thing getting damaged going forward, and I can display it, and it's a really cool piece to have on display. So if you have some things like this, you can go and Google, you can do some research, you can find all different kinds of cases, but really I enjoy protecting these things and preserving these things because they've got a lot of really cool things going on with the graphics, and they're awesome to look at and see how that was boxed up, and you got the racing stripes on there. So now you can Google search and find your own cases, but this is from Ian's Display Cases, and you can Google that and find it. They've got cases for every single box. They even do figures where you can drop in a figure if you want to protect a figure. Like this is one that I just picked up the other day for Cobb Vanth from The Mandalorian. And you can find cases that'll fit these odd size cards as well. So they've got a lot of awesome cases, and they just put some really good construction into their seams. Things are rounded. They're not They're not glued together. So it's a really nice display. Well, I think that's pretty much all I had to cover, was showing you how to readhere the stickers that lift off of these things by using simple things like a glue stick to readhere the stickers back onto your vintage play sets before you lose them. And really, it's all about preserving and protecting these things so that you can enjoy them for years to come. And cleaning them with just some Dawn dish soap before you handle them protects you. So that's it. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for all the likes and for all the follows, and look forward to sharing more tips and more ideas with you. Hello, Gurav Sharma. Welcome to the live. Thank you. So that's really all we've got for today. I just wanted to share that with you so that you could see how to preserve these things and protect them and keep them, using a glue stick to put the stickers back on. And we'll have more tips and tricks as we go, and we'll even build some play sets. So have an amazing day, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. This is the way, and may the force be with you.